Destination in all of northern Wisconsin. LCO Casino Lodge and Convention Center, Hayward. LCO.
Okay, so we're going to go into a special at this time. We got Mr. Joe Rose here from the Bad River Band of Ojibwe. Going to give us all a briefing on what's going on in the Penokee Mountains. Just north of here, we got a proposed mine underway, and we got a lot of people opposed to that mine. So we had a harvest camp set up there at the Penokee Mountains, and all the local Anishinaabe showing their opposition to that mine. So I want to turn the microphone over to Mr. Joe Rose, and that's the Picture Rock Singers to be standing by.
Ojo, Kwewag, and then what, guy? Mokang Jesus, named us in the house. What are you saying that, old damn? You must say, pay old damn long and go to work. There wasn't any. Mountaintop removal in our environment. The health, if not the survival, many ecosystems in the Bad River watershed are being threatened by an out-of-state mining corporation. The effects of metallic mineral mining on the scale proposed by GTAC poses a very serious threat to both the quantity and quality of both groundwater and surface water in the entire Bad River watershed. Klein Corporation, based in Florida, is a coal mining company that is engaged in mountaintop removal in Appalachia with devastating effects to the environment. GTAC, or Bogivic Taconite, based in Hurley, is a front company for Klein Corporation, who has a very nasty environmental track record. GTAC has applied for sampling permits associated with a plan to mine metallic minerals on the Penokee Ridge. The Penokee Ridge runs parallel to Highway 77. From Melvan, Wisconsin to Hudson, Wisconsin, spanning both Ashland County and Iron counties. Runoff through the Bad River watershed during the rainy season, like we had last June, and this year during the month of June, starts from approximately 1,800 feet, and it runs down through the Bad River watershed to the level of Lake Superior, which is 600 feet. That's an incline of about 1,200 feet. And so during a rainy season, when that water really gets muddy, you can look at satellite photographs or aerial photographs, and you can see the path that the mining discharge would take as it travels downhill through the Bad River watershed out into Lake Superior, the largest body of fresh water in the entire world. I live on Lake Superior, and earlier this spring, I could look out and I couldn't tell where that mud line was. I could look out all the way to the horizon from the shores where I live. Many of the streams on the Bad River watershed have been designated as outstanding resource waters. There are over 24 streams up there, just north of the Penokee Ridge. That many of them will support brook trout, which is an indicator species of a very clean freshwater environment. Now those streams run into several different rivers. They run into the Tyler Forks River, into the Potato River, and also the Moringo River, which in turn run into the Bad River. The Bad River then runs through the watershed to the Bad River and the Kakagan River estuaries, otherwise known as the Bad River Sloughs and the Kakagan Sloughs. This is the same course, again, this is the same course that mining discharge would take. The Kakagan Sloughs are recognized internationally as pristine wetland estuaries and account for 55% of the coastal wetlands in the Lake Superior Basin. In researching the effects of metallic mining at other sites, we find that the health or even survival of certain plant and animal organisms have been seriously compromised by mining discharge. A good example of that is the St. Louis River over there in Minnesota, where over 100 miles of wild rice on those banks no longer exist because of mining discharge. Also, airborne emissions from blasting and on-site processing activities will compromise the quality of the air that we breathe. Respiratory diseases, cancer and other diseases are more prevalent adjacent to those mine sites and other places. Artesian wells along the shores of Lake Superior will be threatened. When you think of an 1,800-foot elevation that runs down to a 600-foot elevation, it's gravity that supplies the pressure for those artesian wells. Now I have an artesian well at my place. It runs 24/7. Probably has run for hundreds, maybe even 1,000 years. Now those wells will be threatened by this mining company should they start to engage in mountaintop removal. Destruction of natural habitat would threaten plant and animal populations that live in the Bad River watershed and would result in a violation of treaty rights of the Lake Superior Ojibwe. The truth is that a mine of this size and nature has never been successfully restored anywhere in the entire world. Those environments where this type of mining has occurred have been permanently altered. And so we're looking at a destruction that will involve generations. I've made up my mind. They're not going to poison my grandchildren or my great-grandchildren, or even those that are yet on board. And that's the way that most of us feel, not all of us. I'm going to hand the mic over here to my friend Mike now.
Bonjour, everybody. Welcome to the 40th anniversary of the LCO Powwow. I oversee what we call the LCO harvesting camp up in the Penokee range. I've been there since March. What we're doing is we're utilizing our 1842 treaty rights of gathering and harvesting. We have scientists, professors, geological people. We have ethnobotany people working within our camp. We're all utilizing our resources to show what is out there in this great forest that we have up there. I've had approximately 1,500 people come through this camp, all asking a question of what can we do? What's our next step? These questions are hard to answer. All we can do is ask for the support of the people, of the surrounding people, the people all over the nation. On 4th of July night, our reservation nation's flags were stolen. I did a news broadcast the next morning explaining how I felt about it. And as I stand here before you today, I'm asking all the nations to send their flags. Send their flags from everywhere so that we can carry these flags and be proud as an Indian nation and supporting the Penokee Hills. I'm going to be up there for the duration of the winter. I have a 1-year lease on 5 acres of land right now. We have that acreage pretty well used up, but we're going to be moving on with more. I'd like to say a few words about my second in command. She's a young warrior. Her name is Felina LaPointe. She's a great adversary to have along standing beside me. She can't be here today because she's up there watching the camp. We have infiltration trying to come into our camp at all times, trying to sabotage us, to get us out of there. We're the stronghold of the Penokee Hills right now. The natives and the non-natives, we can congregate there and decide what we need to do. Without this camp, we'd be standing alone. So I ask for the support of all the nations in this great cause as we look to the future of our children. I want to thank everybody for being here today and listening to us. Any donations that want to be handed in can be handed up here to the front office here. We'll take care of the situations there through our tribal council. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. Miigwech!
All right, at this time we're going to go to the Picture Rock Singers to sing a honor song for these two gentlemen. We need the head dancers up here to lead them out. I'd like to say we reached Mr. Joe Rose and Mr. Melvan Gasper. Bringing awareness here to this very important issue, mining again. Another attempt to destroy our earth here. Picture rock, if you will. Jerome Santa Claus. Show your support for these two gentlemen in the Penokee Mountain Range. throw something in this blanket for the effort at the Penokee Mountain Range. Whoever's got Gary Davis asking to come up here, he's lost, he doesn't know who he's riding with. So whoever got Gary Davis, come get him. Support of the LCO Harvest Camp on the Penokee Range between here and the Oreilles, or the Bad River Reservation and the Oreilles Reservation. G-Tac Mining Company. Wow. like to thank each and every one of you that came out here to show your support for this cause here. Everybody who threw money into that blanket. I think they're still going around with that blanket, so it's not too late to make a donation, show your support for the Harvest Camp. Give it which Mr. Joe Rose and Mr. Melvan Gasper for the fine work you guys are doing up there.